I'm not alone today. I'm joined by my friend Cherie. Cherie, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Karin.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have somebody else pop in and have a little chat with us. So super happy that you're here. And today we are going to be talking about weight loss after 50. So I have a feeling this is something that many of you watching can relate to. So hang out with us. Now, I just want to say, if we haven't yet met, I'm your health coach, your bounce back expert. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I'm BRCA2 thriver. And so I want you to know that if you've been through breast cancer, you're definitely in the right spot. You're also in the right spot today, obviously, if you're over 50 and are struggling with your weight. So, Cherie, tell us a little bit about you, what you do, because I know that you're also a coach. What do you do, and how do you support women who want to lose weight?
Yes, I'm a holistic weight loss coach. Okay. I am a retired 30-year physical education and health teacher. So as I retired from education, I was building my business, and my goal is to teach women over 50 how to create a healthier life for themselves and lose weight. Because that extra weight can also be the inflammation, things that cause disease. So my goal is to, and as you know, Karin here is one of my speakers for my upcoming summit that I'm going to have starting on Monday, May 13th, running through May 17th. And Karin is one of the speakers, and she is talking about the art of building habits that withstand the roller coaster of life, and talking about her story as well. But the reason that I do the summits is to get that message out there, because too many women are doing the yo-yo diets. They've done the Jenny Craig's, the Weight Watchers, the keto, paleo, everything. And what happens so often is you go on these diets, you lose the weight, and then the weight comes back on. And when it comes back on, you gain more weight than what you actually lost. Yeah. So now you have a different set point, and now, you're struggling to lose that again. And then you re-get, so this yo-yo dieting, my goal is to give you the information that you need and give you the coaches. Find a coach, somebody that can support you to create that life that you want. And I know, and I think Karin, you do too, that they all know what to do. It's just a matter of being able to do it. They need the support to do it.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's something, I've worked in health and wellness for over 20 years. You've worked in health and wellness for decades too. And I know for me that one of the most common things that I hear from people is, I know what I need to eat. I know that I need to move my body. I know that I need to drink water. Why am I not doing it? And that's where all of these different ideas and shifts in mindset and different thoughts come in, right? So I just want to share a statistic that I heard so long ago, because I know, Cherie, you're also on this same thought process that I am here, and that's that diets don't work.
Right.
Right. So I want to share a statistic that I heard years ago, because Cherie and I are going to give you permission today to never diet again.
Absolutely.
Right. So how cool is that? Like, can you imagine how much pressure that would take off yourself? So what I want you to know is that 98% of women who go on a diet will lose weight, just like Cherie was saying, and will gain it back and more within 2 years. Yeah. Okay. 98%. So what we're saying is that there's nothing wrong with you. What we're saying is there's something wrong with diets. They don't work. They don't work. And yet, and Cherie, perhaps you can speak to this a little bit, right? Because it's more what I know that you're seeing every day. It's society, right? Society is putting all of this pressure on us to buy into this multi-billion-dollar business, right? Which it is. how do you see that affecting people? The pressure that they're feeling from the world, from social media, from magazines, from commercials, from
Mhm.
all of these different places.
I see it very well overwhelming,
Mm,
especially to women over 50. I see it very chaotic
yeah.
because you're getting all of this information that isn't necessarily true. It's kind of like somebody said this, so somebody else is repeating it, right?
Mm,
And the one thing that I love about like putting all these speakers together is they're giving you holistic value. And I ask each one specifically to give you actionable steps
yeah.
that you can take,
Yeah.
because women don't know where to start, and they need to just start with one small step, and when I like send out surveys to my summit list to over 5,000 women plus, right? And the three things that come back that they want is confidence,
Mm-hmm.
consistency, and core. That menopausal belly that they can't get rid of. So, and the confidence goes away because they no longer like the way they look in the mirror. They don't like how they feel. The hormones have changed their bodies. They're like, what happened? Because menopause, nobody ever talked about it.
Mm,
If I talked to my mom, she'd change the subject. Grandma never talked about it,
absolutely.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, what is going on with our bodies? And the other thing too, Karin, is women will tell me, I'm doing the same things I always did and nothing's working. I'm not losing the weight. It's because you're always doing what you used to do.
Yeah.
And your body has changed. Your estrogen has dropped. You have to do things differently now.
Mm,
But the thing is, you know what you need to do. It's just you need a little helping hand to get started in the right direction.
yeah.
Right. And that's where I come in and you come in as a member of the summit, the speaker list, to let them know how you can help them,
Yeah.
how we can help them. And that's our goal with the summit, is to reach as many people as we can,
Mm-hmm.
is women as we can for our society, like you're talking about, because the more we can reach to be healthy, their families are healthier.
Yes.
It's a trickle down effect.
Yeah.
And we can have a healthier nation if
Mm-hmm.
we can reach as many people as possible.
Absolutely. And so we're actually going to ask you, if you're watching this video and you have the ability to share it, even if it's with one friend that you know is struggling, please do so. Like we're about, sharing the love. Like, please don't keep this. It's like, if you've got a friend who's got a headache, you're going to give them a Tylenol if you've got a Tylenol, right? So share the video with your friends, or post it on social media, or whatever you feel called to do. But Cherie, let me ask you, because it may feel a little bit overwhelming to think of, oh my gosh, 30 speakers. That sounds a lot. And it sounds like if everybody's coming with one tip, it might feel overwhelming, that the feeling that we have to try them all. So how would you recommend that somebody navigate going through the speakers, going through the summits, to get the most out of it and find the thing? Because I believe, and I think you do too, there's no one size fits all, right? So this is why Cherie's brought together all of these incredible speakers, because what speaks to you might not be what speaks to your best friend, because you're not them, or your sister, or your daughter, or your mother, or whomever. Like, so how would you recommend that somebody navigate the summit to get the most out of it for themselves?
Absolutely. So the first thing you want to do is register for the summit.
Good point.
Right?
Yes.
First,
Gotta be in it. Gotta be in it.
because it is delivered by an email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you have access on day one, Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Monday, May 13th, you get access to 6 speakers. There's 30 speakers. So you get 6 a day, Monday through Friday. So you get me, you get Karin on Monday, you get Dr. Cherie Lechner talking about metabolic fire, how to start that. You get Ronnie Leoza talking about habits and shrinking your gut. You get Lori Ballou, health, all talking about health after 50. Mariika Steen, things you need for weight loss after 50. So there's different speakers on different topics.
Yeah.
So I would register. And then with those 6, it's complimentary unless you want the recordings for later. You have a really busy schedule. You're not going to be able to, then, plus we have speaker bonuses, right? But everyone can watch this for free, complimentary.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesday, day 2, Monday goes away. Okay. And then on day 2, you can learn about meditation, living after cancer again. Like Karin covers that. And so does my friend Brigitte Kutschall. And then like Kim McClure talking about fashion. When we are losing weight or we're not happy with ourselves, there are things that we can do so that we can still look good. The way we tie a belt, the way we can hide that menopausal belly until we're happy with our figure. Kim does a really nice job in body shape, body style, how to layer clothes. So she is lovely. We also talk about detox. Helen reversed her Hashimoto's. That is fabulous. So she talks all about that. And like Lisa, hormones after 50. So every day there are different topics, and there may be 2 on emotional eating, 2 on breast cancer, 1 on gut health. But I have these speakers spread out on different topics so that when you get a day's list of 6, you can go, I need to listen to that person. Yeah. And we try to keep them between 20 and 30 minutes so you're not overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So, because otherwise you're like, oh, there's so much. But each speaker also has a freebie, something to give you that you can sign up for. And just, a warning, if you sign up for all of them, you get all of their emails too. Just be careful, because, if you sign up for 17, you will get 17 things sent to you. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, does that help answer your question, Karin?
It does. And I think that, one of the things that I love to do is I call it, I love to lighten the load that you're carrying. So I see a big part of my job is to remove stress and anxiety and overwhelm and those things. So I love to do that. And that's why I love that you've got the option to purchase these videos. So if you know that you want to work through it, that 6 a day feels too much, or you don't do, maybe you're working and you're busy and you're overwhelmed and you're making dinner and you're helping your family, or you're recovering from breast cancer and on limited energy, no matter what it is, you may want to register and get, are you calling it a VIP pass or an all access pass? What are you calling it?
It is a VIP all access pass.
Okay.
And it is $67 for that. You get all of the videos, the audio, the transcripts, all the freebie access. Yeah. Okay. But you also get all of the speaker bonuses. And they could be cookbooks. They could be workshops. They could be a 3-day video series. There's so much value. They actually gave me coupon codes for things that they usually sell.
Right. Wow. Fantastic. And so I know for me, I've participated and spoken in a number of summits, but I've also attended. And what I do is I say, okay, am I free for those 5 days? Can I put aside that time? Because if I'm signing up, I want to get the most out of it. And I know for me, more often than not, I buy the VIP pass because I want to be able to listen while I'm on my walk, right? Or perhaps I want to read. Like you said, you've got the option of watching the video or having the audio that you can just listen in the car, as you're driving somewhere, as you're making dinner. That's when I'm often listening to my audios. And even if you prefer to read, I have a lot of people I know in my audience who prefer to read their information. So to have the transcripts is super helpful. And so consider that as you're registering, how it's going to be least stressful for you to navigate this event. And if somebody buys the VIP pass, do they get, is it lifetime access, Cherie? Is that, or is it a limited
Yes.
time?
No, it is ongoing lifetime access. And the reason why we have the different learning venues is because as a 30-year educator, I know everyone learns differently.
Yeah.
So some of my ladies will go for walks and they listen to each day. They're out walking, so they get the audio, you get the transcript, you get the video, plus you get all of the extra bonuses. And the freebies also stay on there forever too.
Right. Right.
So it is, and I do try to keep the price down so that it's reasonable.
I mean, there's no doubt it's amazing value for, I know the work that goes on behind the scenes to put an event like this together. And so it really is an amazing value, but check in with yourself. It's okay if you get the free version. Just know that these videos and stuff will be going away and you won't have the option of the different modalities of learning. So if you know that you're an auditory learner, or you like to read, or however you best learn, it's okay. Now, Cherie, if you were to say, and this is a difficult question, I'm putting you on the spot here. So if you were to say there is one thing that somebody would walk away from this summit knowing and have more confidence in, what would that be?
How to be your own health advocate for you. Because as women, especially women over 50, we compare ourselves to other women. And so over here lost 20 pounds doing that diet, so I'm going to do what she did. The problem is you're not her. And you have a different structure. We have speakers that talk about your genes, GENES. Because a lot of times we're like, oh, we're going to get type 2 diabetes because my mom had that. And the answer is no, you're not. We have different environmental factors, right? So I want them to walk away with a plan for themselves that they can be consistent in what they want to do every day with their habits, their routines, their daily life. I want a better quality of life for each of the viewers, because I want you as you age to stay out of the assisted living, to stay strong, to stay mobile, and travel like you want to, do the things that you want to, and most of all, be able to do those things with your families. Because I've heard too many women that say, oh, they just go and then I just sit back because I don't want to let them know I can't do it anymore. And we need to stay strong. And the other thing too, Karin, and I hear this more and more, is we are too accepting of the media and other people to tell us what we should be at this age.
Yeah.
And I'm here to put a stop to that. And so are you, because by golly, they're telling me that, oh, I'm 50 now, and as I age, I'm going to slow down and this, and I shouldn't be able to do these things. And eventually they're going to give me a medicine, and then to combat the symptoms from that medicine, they're going to give me another one. I'm going to have a pile in front of me. And the answer is no. No, they're not. Because now I'm 50. It is my time. I'm going to do the things that I want, right? It is your time now.
Yeah.
It's your time. And we've done all of the nurturing. I'm still nurturing. We still are. But your children never, grandchildren. I'm babysitting all the time. Life happens.
Life happens.
And the other thing too is the stress that we undergo as women. We have to learn ways to combat that stress, because as long as you're in that chronic stress state, you will not release the weight.
Yeah.
And the reason the weight is so important is because it's that fat around the stomach, that visceral fat around the organs. And that is what can lead to disease. And we want to take care of that.
Yeah.
So we want them to be more consistent in their daily habits.
Yeah.
And such things as, we all know to drink water. We all know to eat healthy. We all know to move our bodies. We all know to reduce sugar, right? We all know to get more sleep.
Yeah.
But if we can do those 5 things consistently, you're just going to feel better. And then the other thing that we like to talk about is energy.
Yes.
You're going to have so much energy if you just are able to be consistent. And guess what? You're going to become more confident because you're going to have the tools in your toolbox to do the things that, and you're going to look good. And you're going to go, I feel amazing. I look great.
Yeah.
And other people will start looking at you and going, what is she doing? You know, and the other thing that women over 50 is that core, that menopausal belly. They want to get rid of it, but they can't. And that's your cortisol holding on to all that weight around there. You know, so those are things that I want people to come away from with the summit for themselves. Have a plan for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't have to sign on to work with any coach. That's not the goal, but they are there if you want their support. They all have different programs. They all have different information based on really what they went through.
Yeah. And what's worked for them, right? They're sharing so often what's worked for them. And I have a saying, you can kind of see it behind me, that everything is figure outable. But I've added on to that. That's from Marie Folio. She's one of my business mentors, an amazing woman in the business world. But you don't have to do it on your own. And I think there's so often we put so much pressure on ourselves, especially if we've had perfectionist tendencies or perhaps people pleasing where we're trying to please everybody else. Like, we put so much pressure on ourselves to figure it out on our own. And the key is why? Why, if somebody else has walked a similar path and they can shortcut it for you? And that's the benefit that you get when you work with a coach or, you know, any of these speakers. But it's not a pitch fest. Like, we're not here pitching our business. We're here sharing information, valuable information to help change your life. Right. And I loved when I saw the lineup, Cherie, that you've got me talking on day 1. And because I'm talking about the art of building habits that withstand the challenges of life, stress, fatigue, even chocolate cravings. And what happens with my talk is it will impact how you look at everybody else's. It's going to help you throughout the summit. And so I love, and I thank you for setting it up that way, because it will help you take in other information and how you use it and perceive it and use it to catapult your results. So I absolutely love this. I'm so excited for the event. I always love to be involved in these things. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a speaker.
You're welcome.
And I just want to speak to our breast cancer communities, anybody that's dealing with breast cancer. Now, one of the things with breast cancer that we know, it's not a Karinism, we know that maintaining a healthy weight is important when it comes to reducing our risk for breast cancer. That is partly because of the managing the hormones, like Cherie talked about, especially that cortisol, that stress hormone, managing and lowering inflammation. You spoke about inflammation at the very beginning. Inflammation is the root cause of all serious disease.
Yeah.
Diabetes, heart disease, cancer, the list goes, autoimmunes, like the list goes on and on and on and on. So we're talking about weight loss, but we're also talking about something so much deeper and life-changing. Okay, it's more than the number on the scale here that we're talking about. We're really talking about, just like you said, Cherie, reclaiming your life, like taking control, being your own advocate, and taking charge of your life, because nobody can do it for you. We wish we could. We all wish that we had a magic wand that we could just wave and you would be there. We can't. And you do need to do it, but you don't have to do it alone. Is the great thing. So we're going to make sure that the link to register is around this video, wherever you're watching it, wherever you're catching it, you'll find a link where you get to register for the summit for free. like we've talked about, you will have access to that VIP all access pass for $67. I think you said, Cherie,
Yes.
correct?
Yep.
And you get all of the videos, all of the audios, all of the transcripts, and a whole bunch of really huge, amazing bonuses from a number of the speakers. And so you choose. It doesn't matter whether you join us free or whether you get those videos. Think about how you're going to use this information in your time and get the most out of it. Cherie, is there anything that you want to say to kind of leave us with today?
I would like to say that it is your time now. The longer you wait, okay, some of those health things can happen. Let's take control now of your health, of your weight, of your life. Because so many times we go, I'm going to wait till Monday. And I know the summit starts Monday, right? Sign up now for Monday. But then we're like, oh, I already wrecked it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to wait till the 1st, right? You need to take care of it now. Be your own health advocate for you, not your spouse, your significant other, for your children. It's for you. It will benefit them, yes, but for you.
Yeah.
Because as women over 50, we've put everybody else first for our whole lives. And we've nurtured them, taken care of them. It's time to take care of you. And there's some simple things that you can do to regain your confidence, to become consistent, and take care of that menopausal belly. Mm-hmm. And you are so right. Inflammation is the root cause of all disease. All disease. And it starts with the inflammation from the extra weight. Yeah. So we need to start there. Yeah. So come on, and I would love to have you join us for the summit. There are 30 speakers. They all have a different little message. They have different niches, whether it's Hashimoto's or breast cancer, or we even have weight loss with God. We have 2 speakers that talk about God. So there are different speakers that you can listen to. And like Karin said, they are there to support you. Mm-hmm. There is a lot that is said for community. Yeah. And this is a great way to find other people that are going through the same thing as you. And Karin and I and the other speakers are not in competition with each other. We are in collaboration with each other. We are here to help each other and all of you. Yeah. So come join us.
I love that. Thank you. Before we leave today, I just want to remind you that taking care of you is not selfish. I think of it as not just me, but me too. Me too. You deserve to be on the list of people that you take care of too. Okay. So sometimes we have to just reframe our mindset a little bit and understand it's not selfish. Because just like Cherie said, the more we take care of ourselves, the more we've got for everybody else. Mm-hmm. So it's about you too. And you deserve it. We know that.
Yes.
Right? We know
Absolutely.
That. Yeah. And so you deserve it. You deserve it. So Cherie, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for putting on this fabulous event, for inviting me to be part of it. I always love to collaborate with like-minded people. And I'm so grateful for you and what you're doing and the information that you're sharing, because I know it's so valuable for so many people. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for being part of the speaker lineup. It's just invaluable.
Thank you. Such a pleasure. So again, wherever you're watching the video, you will find that link to click, join up, and we hope to see you there. Okay?
Great.
Thanks so much.
Everyone. Bye now.
Bye.